Right now, your phone is winning. Not because you were weak, not because you lacked discipline, but because it was engineered by a billion-dollar machine to make sure you never look away. And today, I want to show you exactly how it does it. And more importantly, I want to give you the exact 4-minute reset that shuts the whole system down. But first, I need you to do something uncomfortable. I need you to notice what your body feels like right now. Are you slightly tense? Is your jaw a little tight? Are your shoulders just a bit forward? Is your breathing shallow, almost like you've been holding your breath for the last 20 minutes? That is not a coincidence. That is the algorithm living in your body. And by the end of this, it will not be. My name is Dr. Silas Kincaid. We take the breath so we can grow the life. Before we go any further, let me make you a specific promise. By the time this video ends, you will have a single physical tool, one you can use anywhere in 240 seconds, with no app, no device, no subscription, that clinically resets your nervous system out of Doomscroll mode. This is not motivational content. This is somatic medicine grounded in peer-reviewed neuroscience, and I'm going to walk you through it live. Stay with me. This changes today. Let me tell you what is actually happening inside your skull every single time you pull down on a feed. There is a region of your brain called the nucleus accumbens. It's your brain's reward center, and it runs almost entirely on a single chemical, dopamine. Dopamine does not get released when you experience something good. It gets released in anticipation of something good, the not knowing, the millisecond between the pull and the reveal. The algorithm was designed around exactly that millisecond. Every single video in your feed was selected in real time by a system that has been studying your behavioral patterns since the moment you downloaded the app. It knows which emotions keep your thumb moving. It knows what time of day you are most vulnerable. It knows that after you watch something that makes you slightly anxious, you are more likely to watch something else. It has you on a loop, and you did not even feel the trap close. And here's the part that should genuinely unsettle you. The average person spent over 4 hours a day on their phone in 2025. 4 hours. In a single year, that's 60 full days of your life gone. Not resting, not creating, not connecting with the people who matter most to you, just consuming content you mostly did not choose, produced by strangers you will never meet, for the financial benefit of a platform that does not care about your well-being at all. I'm not saying this to shame you. I'm saying this because most people have never actually done that math. And once you do it, something shifts. Which is why in about 3 minutes, I'm going to hand you something that costs $0 and takes 4 minutes. And it's the most effective pattern break for screen overstimulation that modern somatic medicine has produced. But first, you need to understand why your body gets stuck. Because if you don't understand the mechanism, no technique will ever fully work. Stay with me. What comes next is the piece nobody in the wellness space is actually explaining correctly. Here's what every just put your phone down influencer gets wrong. Willpower is a prefrontal cortex function. Your prefrontal cortex is the most evolved part of your brain. It handles planning, impulse control, rational decision-making. It's the part of you that knows you should stop scrolling. But here's the problem. After approximately 3 to 7 minutes of high-stimulus short-form content, your amygdala, the ancient instinct-driven alarm center of your brain, takes over the wheel. And once it does, the prefrontal cortex doesn't just step back, it goes offline, measurably offline. You can see it in fMRI scans. So when you tell yourself just one more video and then lose 90 minutes, your rational mind was not even present for that conversation. The amygdala made that decision. The same part of your brain that responded to a snake in the grass responded to a thumbnail. And it decided, stay alert, keep consuming, do not stop. You were not being weak, you were being hijacked. Researchers at Stanford's Brain Stimulation Lab published findings showing short-form video consumption suppresses prefrontal cortex activity within minutes of exposure. This is not fringe science. This is peer-reviewed data pointing to a very simple conclusion. You can't think your way out of a physiological state. You have to breathe your way out. And this is where everything changes.
Because the autonomic nervous system, the system running your heart rate, your cortisol levels, your muscle tension, has exactly one voluntary control input that you can use anytime, anywhere: your breath. Controlled breathing is the only direct channel between your conscious mind and the involuntary nervous system. It's the biological shortcut that every tradition from ancient meditation to modern clinical therapy has converged on. And when you use it correctly, specifically with an extended exhale, you directly activate the vagus nerve and signal the amygdala to stand down. 4 minutes. That's all it takes to biochemically shift state. That's what you came for, and it's exactly what comes next. All right, we're here. This is the part I want you to actually do, not just watch. So right now, wherever you are, set the phone down or prop it up. What I need from you is an open chest and 2 free hands. Step 1. Fix your architecture. Lift the crown of your head, not dramatically. Just imagine a thread gently drawing it upward. Roll your shoulders back. Let your chin come parallel to the floor. Feel that? You just physically began decompressing your vagus nerve. That small postural shift, that's not nothing. That's your nervous system receiving its first clear signal that something is about to change. Step 2. The 4-7-8 breath pattern. We breathe in through the nose for 4 counts. We hold for 7. We exhale through the mouth for 8. Slow, complete, like fogging a cold mirror. The ratio matters. Longer exhale than inhale, every time. This is what activates your parasympathetic branch of your nervous system, your rest and digest mode, and begins the cortisol descent. Let's do the first cycle right now. Breathe in through your nose. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold at the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And out through your mouth, slow and complete. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do you feel that shift? That slight softening in your chest? That's your vagus nerve responding. That's measurable, real, physiological change in one breath. We're going to do 5 to 6 of those cycles across 4 minutes total, and by the final exhale, your heart rate variability will have measurably increased. Your cortisol will have begun its descent, and your prefrontal cortex, the part of you that makes good decisions, will have come back online.
Step 3. The grounding anchor. After your final exhale, before you touch any screen, name 5 things you can physically feel right now. The floor under your feet, the air temperature, the texture of the surface beneath you, the rise of your chest, the weight of your hands. That is a grounding anchor protocol that locks the prefrontal cortex back in place before the amygdala can reclaim the wheel. You just did something most people never do. You are, voluntarily, with nothing but your own breath, and you prove to yourself in 4 minutes that you are not powerless here. You are never powerless here. That changes something. Hold on to that. Now, let me show you exactly where to use this in your day, because timing is everything. The technique is the tool, but a tool without a strategy just sits in the drawer. Here are the 3 moments in your day where the scroll becomes almost involuntary and where a single 4-minute reset creates the highest return. Most people never protect these 3 windows. The ones who do are the ones who stay out of the trance. Pay close attention here. Danger Zone 1, the wake-up window. The average person checks their phone within 47 seconds of waking up, before their feet touch the floor, before the prefrontal cortex is even finished booting up from sleep. Starting your day in reactive mode, flooded with notifications, algorithmically selected outrage, and other people's urgencies, programs your nervous system into a stress response that follows you for hours. Before you touch your phone tomorrow morning, 4 minutes. Breath first, scroll second. Not as a rule, as a choice. The most powerful choice you make all day. Danger Zone 2, the between-task micro-scroll. The elevator, the microwave, the 3-minute wait before a meeting. These seem harmless. They are not.
Every time your brain gets interrupted mid-task and delivered a high stimulus hit, it has to spend cognitive energy refocusing afterward. Researchers call this attention residue, the mental cost of switching contexts. Across a full workday, these micro-scrolls compound into hours of lost focus and a persistent sense of cognitive fog. Replace one transition per day with 2 or 3 breath cycles. Notice what returns. Danger Zone 3, the pre-sleep binge. Blue light, we know, but the psychological overstimulation of late-night content goes deeper. It elevates cortisol at exactly the moment your body is trying to initiate melatonin production and prepare for REM sleep. 4 minutes of the detox breath before bed, phone across the room, is one of the highest leverage sleep interventions available. The cognitive improvement, even from one extra REM cycle, compounds across your week in ways that no productivity hack can replicate. 3 zones, 1 tool. But the biggest shift I want to leave you with is not about the zones at all. It is about what your life looks like on the other side of the scroll. You were not built to consume. Not at this scale, not at this pace, not with this relentlessness. You were built to think slowly and deeply about things that matter, to create things that outlast the moment, to sit across from someone you love and give them your full, undivided, completely unmediated attention. That is not nostalgia. That is your biology speaking. And every hour you spend locked in a feed is an hour that version of you waits, quietly, patiently, for your return. Start designing what I call analog islands in your week. Deliberate, protected pockets of time with no input. A morning walk without earbuds. A meal with no device in reach. An evening where the only content is the conversation in the room. These are not sacrifices. These are reclamations. Because here is what mind take is about at its core. We take the breath, not as an act of meditation, but as an act of defiance. Defiance against a system that profits from your distraction. Defiance against the idea that your attention belongs to an algorithm. We grow the life because the quality of your life is a direct function of where your attention lives. The breath is not the destination. It is the door, and the life on the other side of that door is the one you actually want. Here is what I want you to do right now. Not when you finish this video, not after you check your messages. Right now, set a 4-minute timer and run 1 full round of the 4-7-8 detox breath. That's your only action item from today. Then come down to the comments and tell me, which of the 3 danger zones is your biggest battle? Morning, midday, or pre-sleep? I read every single comment, and this week I'm replying to as many as I can. Your answer also helps me build the next video around what you actually need, so drop it below. If someone you know is fighting the scroll, a friend who checks their phone the second they wake up, a partner who can't wind down at night, share this with them, not as a lecture, just as a quiet gift. And if you want to go deeper, next video I'm going to show you why the morning routine most productivity experts recommend is actually worsening your nervous system's baseline stress response. The research surprised me. It's going to surprise you. That video is already up. The link is on screen right now. Until then, we take the breath so we can grow the life. And subscribe. I'm Dr. Silas Kincaid. See you in the next one.